Hello everyone, and welcome to another playthrough with me, your host Tim. And today, we will begin playing through Xenonauts again together. There'll be some prep here which you can skip by going down to the comments section down below, where you will find a pinned link from me, allowing you to jump ahead to different parts of the video, just in case you... different parts of the video. Let me jump ahead to where we actually start the game, in case you don't want to hear me talk about Xenonauts for a tiny bit, describing what it is, and why I'm playing it again, and any modifications I have done to the game. Right! So first off, what is Xenonauts? Well, Xenonauts is a incredible turn-based combat game. It's basically the old, it's very similar to the original XCOM game series. We're going to be fighting off aliens on a grid-based combat system. We're going to have to move a bunch of soldiers around and try to eliminate the enemies. We also have to defend the Earth on a strategic layer as well. We will need to manage incoming resources, build multiple bases, develop away teams, keep them alive. We have different researches we'll need to, obviously research. And all our choices will matter in the long run, depending upon how well we do or not, to help us eliminate the alien threat. Right. That's basically the game. If you don't know what the original XCOM is, I highly recommend you go and watch a video or two on the original XCOM first. Right, so, why are we playing through Xenonauts again? In fact, it hasn't even been a year since I last played Xenonauts, as weird as that is to say, for my channel. I think I finished it back in March or so, February or March. Well, I really liked Xenonauts, and I've been in the mood to play some science fiction-y games ever since I finished with the October Halloween fantasy types of games. And so, Xenonauts is right up there with one of the games I want to play again. I also want to play it again because I made it a little too easy with some of my modding. In particular, the adding 2 additional crew members to the ships very early on in the game. I want to play the game without it being that easy. I still have modded the game, and I'm going to detail some of the mods I've done in a few more seconds here, but know that I would like a more difficult challenge in the game from the last time. Not too much more difficult, but somewhat more difficult. We are playing today with the, we will be playing through this whole playlist with the Xenonauts Community Edition. I am not brave enough yet to play that. There's some sort of really all-encompassing mod which changes a ton of things with the game, adds new aliens, a ton of new weapons, all sorts of stuff, but I forget what it's called now. I'm not brave enough at the game to unfortunately play with that mod installed. Maybe next year, when I play the game through, if I play through the game again, I'll play with that one. But this is just going to be the Xenonauts community patch. There are a few other mods I have installed. I have a jungle tile set installed, as well as some deserts, I believe, as well. I am using an ambient sound pack. I believe the earlier issues I had when I was playing through the game would sometimes lock and freeze. I believe those have been fixed with the recent releases of these mods. I am running with the Hold the Line mod installed. This will weaken aliens' psychic powers somewhat, especially when it comes to their possession, mind control, later on in the game. About the halfway point, we'll begin encountering that. I have also made 3 alterations myself, and these ones will sound very familiar if you've watched my other playlists for any length of time. I have reduced the costs of the aircraft in the game. Basically, the starting aircraft are about $50,000 instead of $100,000, and they go up $25,000 each tier. I have increased the minimum stats on all the soldiers by 10 points for all their stats. And finally, I have doubled the refuel rate on the aircraft and made it so that they rearm the aircraft before they refuel them. I work in the air traffic control industry, and it drives me nuts that it takes like 8 hours to refill an aircraft. For crying out loud, it takes like an hour tops, absolute most, to refuel a Boeing 737. This is a small fighter craft, for crying out loud. Right, those are all the changes I have done at this moment. Also, unlike my original playthrough of Xenonauts, I do not intend to get a backlog of this game. When you see a game of Xenonauts get uploaded, I will have no others pre-recorded. This way I can respond to feedback from people. And if my modding seems a little bit too extreme, we can discuss that. If you guys know of any other mods of the game that you think I should be running with, let me know. There was one in which you could destroy alien UFOs' hulls with certain types of explosives, but I didn't install that one. And there were several others I could install as well, but I haven't, like there's a flamethrower and mods to make the vehicles a little better, etc., etc. But I haven't done any of these things. Okay, I think that's everything. We've covered why I'm playing it again, how I'm looking forward to it, what it is, and the modding I have done. I'm going to go check on the recording's voice and volume really quick, and I will be right back. Okay, everyone, it sounds like my voice is coming out okay with the game. So there's one more change that I just recalled, which I will be doing, but not right away. I was not a fan of the dropships that the game has, with the exception of your initial dropship. I really loathed the deployment options of the Shrike and whatever the last one was. I couldn't stand them because I don't know which direction we're landing in. And our troops are much more vulnerable from these ships. So what will happen instead is that when I get the research for these new ships, I will build them, then I will destroy them, and then increase the stats of our existing dropships instead to match the same speed and movement capabilities of the new ships. This is because, one more time, I really like the original ship's deployment. We'll see that when we get into the game itself with our first mission deployment, which will hopefully happen this game, this video. Alright, I think we're good to go, so let's go ahead and start us up a new game. Alright, difficulty setting. So, this is when I'm going to have to admit, I don't think I'm good enough at this game to play veteran. I really don't. I have beaten the game once, but again, the game was heavily modded. I want to play it on normal, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna do. I'm so sorry. I know probably a lot of you really want me to play veteran, and I will admit I love the gold trim on that outfit very much, but no, I need more practice in the game. So we will play normal. I'm gonna leave explanatory dialogues. Oh. No, we'll leave them on the briefings. I don't think I need them on. So basically tutorials are disabled. I can explain everything that I can recall when we get to them anyway. Iron Man mode will remain off. So this is because misclicking is something I do often, and I will reload the game if I misclick. I remember one particular one time I accidentally fired a rocket right at my own rocket trooper's foot, and he killed himself and damaged several other people early on in the playlist last time. And quite often, I forget my shield people can't hop over fences, and then they have to run around the fence instead. So I will not be putting on Iron Man mode. I will not, however, reload the game. I will continue to play the game as if it was Iron Man, which is to say that I will not reload the game just because the aliens shot up 3 of my people. Nope, that will not happen. Okay, I think this is good. Let's go ahead and begin this game. Okay, so we need to select our primary base location. It's very important to try to save as many okay, let's look at what's going on here first. So you all probably know about this, but just in case you don't. Do you see these radar rings? The innermost one is what we'll gain just for building this base, because our initial base will start with a single radar. The other 2 rings are if you have a second and third radar array present at your base. As someone who has worked with radar, this doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. It's good enough for this. So with this in mind, you want to see, because you will eventually want all 3 radars at every base, you'll want to have that radar coverage. So I like building my first bases in the XCOM games and in the last Xenonauts one somewhere in Africa, because this will cover Northern Africa, Southern Africa, the Middle East. Like all these places get a little bit of coverage, which means that if we see an alien UFO in this radar range, we'll be able to hopefully shoot it out of the sky and gain a little bit of favor with those countries, helping defend them. Now, keep in mind, we don't have any radar coverage in any other continent, though. Well, I mean, we do have it over here, whatever. We don't have one over in the Americas. We don't have one in Australia, Japan, or the like. So what this means to us is that we need to build a second base almost immediately, because we want more radar coverage. We want to be able to shoot down alien aircraft in order to stop these other countries from leaving. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see our region relations with every single group. I'm thinking of like I'm playing a fantasy game. There's dwarves living in Africa, elves living in America. You can see their current amount of money we're getting from the country. As the region relations go up, that funding level will increase. If aliens are able to carry out their mission objectives in certain places, our funding level will decrease, as will their region relations. You can see the predicted change that will go up or down depending upon how well we do. Casualties are the amount of, well, people lost over the course of the war. Slightly down below that, we have $2 million to place that we have available for our initial base building, plus everything else. This base will cost us $500,000 to place it as well. All right, speaking of that, let's go ahead and place it then. I think we'll cover Great Britain. Let's do this. This leaves the tip of Africa not covered. Okay, now for a name. I was a big fan of the names that I had from the previous game, so I'm going to stick with similar names here as well. Let's name this one Chimera. I think that's how you spell it. Oh god, please be how you spell this base is Chimera. I'm pretty sure that's right. Alright, let's click OK. We have a base now. Time is currently moving at the slowest speed imaginable. Over here we can see September 1st, 1979, and the time is slowly increasing. This is, I think, minutes? Hours? No, this is seconds, minutes, hours. You can click on these upper arrows to rapidly increase time, but we're not going to do that because we want to spend some time in the base getting it ready for it to be fully functional for us. Okay, so here's our starting base. We have 4 hangars. Each hangar can hold 1 aircraft. We have an empty hangar for the future in case we, well, want to stick a new type of aircraft in there. I think we'll be fine with just this at the moment. We have 1 workshop. This is where we can assign our engineers to produce new weapons or gear for our troops. This is our command center. It must be in the center. Obviously, it's called command center for a reason. Every base has one of these, I think. Pretty sure it does. We have a single lab. This is where our research will be going on. 1 radar array is already present. Living quarters is here. 1 storeroom as well. You need a storeroom if you want to be able to hold any items, I think, whatsoever in your base. Okay, over here are the amount of capacities and people that we have. We have 0 of 15 workshop capacity use. I think that means that we have 15 engineers, and is that right? 10. We have 10 engineers, and none of them are currently put to use. We don't have anything to build for them. We have 10 scientists. All of them are researching something. We have 10 soldiers at the moment. And here's our detection range. We have no base defense because we don't have any base defenses at the moment. And here's the monthly operating cost of our base. Almost $500,000 a month. Whew. Interceptors are 90,000. Dropships is 50,000. Okay, that's not so bad. Remember, everyone, that I've lowered the cost of our ships. They're $50,000 to support these starting aircraft. Okay, so I think the first thing we want is another living quarters. So let's go ahead and purchase one of these. It'll be $50,000 to purchase, $11,000 just about to upkeep it, and it'll take 5 days. It can hold an extra 35 people. Let's rotate the building, and I think we'll put it here. Let's also build another lab, and I think we'll put it down here as well. We could put it... See, I'm going to want at least 1 more hangar at every single location. We'll put that lab here. Okay, this will give us more room to hold more troops and more scientists. The Giant 10 means it's going to take 10 days to build that. I'm willing to spend a tiny bit more money right here at the start. We probably should purchase another hangar. We don't need another workshop at the moment. We should... honestly get working on another radar as well. $250,000 for that, though. How much is a garage? Oh, sorry, not garage. Oh, all right. Really quick. A garage is used to hold your vehicles. I was not a fan of vehicles in the last game, and you probably won't see me build them this game either. They're very expensive to build. They're not too much more resilient than humans. They take up more space than normal soldiers on your vehicle, and they can't enter small, tight entryways or go down certain hallways. So I probably will not be building any of them. I do want a hangar, though, and I think we'll build that hangar here. We should honestly build a medical center, just because we'll want to our troops to heal, what have you. So we'll put that here. And finally, let's build one more radar array. If I put it here, that's just fine. Let's put it here. Okay. Whew. It's going to go up to $600,000 to afford this place now, and it's basically in 10 days, all these facilities will be ready to go. All right. That will have to do. The last thing I haven't built is a missile battery. These are used to defend your base if the aliens actually find it and attack. That never happened to me in the last game. I was able to shoot down all of the UFOs that dare threaten my location. I did watch a few Let's Plays, though, and it totally does happen. So this might be, I will still build defenses, but this time I'll build probably 2 or 3 at each base rather than building 4 of them at every single base. Up here, we can see the grid for this single base location, and these are the total number of bases you can possess, though I don't know how efficient that would be to build like 10 bases. For our research, we are currently researching the alien invasion. Our progress toward this is excellent, and all our scientists are researching it. It's been a long time since I've seen you, sir. Good to see you again. Here's our engineers. We can't manage anything. We could fire the engineers, but I don't think we need to do that right now. We will hire some more scientists, though. Do we want to hire 5 of them, Tim? Right from the start? Maybe you should get more soldiers to start. Actually, no. I'll take more scientists. Research is very important. If you fall behind the research from the aliens, you're as good as doomed. The aliens will just obliterate you with better ships. When you go to combat, you'll be obliterated by better aliens with tougher weapons. So no, we can't fall behind. Scientists are as important as our troops are. So let's hire 5 more. That's all the space we have in our living quarters at the moment. That we'll have to do. They'll take a little bit to get here. Yep, we don't have any strange weapons. We haven't produced anything here, so there's nothing that we need to manage in our stores itself. Here are troops. Everyone, if you want to be a troop to come along with us, tell me what role you want to play, and I will make you one of these characters. Know that when it comes to these characters, though, that if you die, I am not a fan of clones. You'll have to give me a completely different name if you want to be present again if your character dies. The starting characters that you get, the starting 10, they have significantly better stats than other people would have. I think it's all +3 to their stats as well. So that is incredible. Wow, these characters are phenomenal. Kirsten Schindler, especially. Holy crap. Look at that. All dark green. Let's cover these really quick as well. TUs, this represents your time units. The higher your time unit, the more actions you can perform on a turn. In particular, movement or accessing your backpack. Hit points, these reach 0, your character's dead. Strength, higher strength means you can carry more stuff. If you're weighed down, it begins to impact your TUs. We have quite a few average or slightly better than average strength and a few heavy weapon people too. Accuracy, the higher this is, the more likely you are to hit your enemy. We don't have any super high snipers, apparently. We have a few decent folks, though. Reflexes, so when it's the alien's turn, or when it's your turn, reflexes are used to fire at an enemy during their turn. So if you hold on to all your reflexes, enemy rounds a corner, the enemy will check what the alien's reflexes are against your soldier's reflexes, and if you're higher and you have the TU saved to make a shot, your character will make a shot. It's also used because if the aliens are holding onto their TUs in order to use reflex shots on you, your reflexes might allow you to get the shot off on them first. Looks like our troops are phenomenal when it comes to reflexes. And bravery. Bravery will determine how... so you begin losing troops, your people will panic. They might begin firing randomly. They might begin running away. They might drop and then they'll drop their weapons. So high bravery is a great stat because it helps you resist these effects. When your character is affected by psionic abilities, it will begin I think your bravery determines your resistance. Higher bravery means that you're less likely to be taken over by mind control or made to go berserk or stuff of that nature. So anyway, these troops are really good. I will name them after I get anyone's opinions on what they want to be named, and or I'll name them at least after the first video. Let's see if I can keep them all alive for the first mission. Here's where we can outfit all our troops. And we can take a look. Can I take a look inside the ship? That'll be up ahead. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen this screen. It's only been like 9 months. 9 months or so, but it's been a while. So, weapon slot. You can see it right here. They're not wearing any armor. Looks like they're carrying backpacks with medical supplies on them for the most part. Heavy weapons. Over here, you can see their carry weight. That little gray bit right there. That's the free amount of space they still have left on their person. So my riflemen are also carrying all sorts of grenades, too. Do we have any shields? We have shields. Okay, so I'm going to want at least one shield person. Alright, everybody, so why don't I go ahead and make some alterations to my troops and their layouts, and I will be back when I am done, because this might take a bit. Okay, everyone, equipment has been divvied out to them. So let's cover it as quickly as I can. So this is a health pack. It'll have so many uses to heal wounds, and obviously that keeps our people alive. You can also stabilize people, because I think you can begin bleeding, and this is used to stabilize such. He's armed with some C4 explosive charge. This is a really powerful explosive. It will let us get in through most alien doors, to my knowledge, especially when it comes to breaching UFOs. He has 2 extra clips of shotgun ammo. These are smoke grenades, really useful for blocking line of sight for certain types of aliens. Seblians, which are these lizard-like aliens, they are immune to smoke grenades. They don't care about smoke. Instead, fire is what stops them from seeing. And he's armed with an incendiary grenade. This is new from the Community Edition. This will create a small bit of fire on the ground and try to suppress the enemy. He's armed with a flashbang. That's just a pure suppression grenade. If you suppress an enemy or your troops are suppressed, you lose, I think, half your TUs. And use half your TUs on the next round, and any TUs you had on the current round, I believe, are stripped from you. Really useful to stop enemies from actually getting reflex shots at you. Reaction shots. And he's armed with 2 normal frag grenades as well. Our sniper here has a lot of smoke grenades. Got 4 of them on him. A pistol, just in case things get close to him. His sniper rifle, 2 clips for it, and a health pack. We have a single shield. Same in Kalavarava. Good luck, miss. She's starting with a smoke grenade in her hand and a shield. Shields can block any shot that comes, well, hopefully, most shots that come straight at them. They have I think it's like a 100% chance that the shot was dead on the shield. That chance goes down in her front arc. It's like I can't remember the percentage. I want to say it's like a 40% chance to block a shot that comes at her from her sides, for example. She has a pistol in her backpack, and on her belt she has 2 clips for her pistol, along with a bunch of other grenades. So, grabbing something off your pistol and equipping it in your primary weapon is faster than digging around in your pack. Actually, with that in mind, why don't we actually keep the pistol? Why don't we do this for her? Because she's very likely to use 2 smoke grenades, and then grab the pistol. So we'll do this, and we'll set her that as her equipment default. Mr. Broski has heavy weapons. He's armed with 3 clip reloads for his machine gun. He's got a single smoke grenade and a incendiary grenade on the hip. Our riflemen are armed with 2 clips to reload, 2 normal grenades, 2 smoke grenades, and 2 flashbangs. We also have a rocketeer, and she looks awesome with 1 rocket in the clip already for her rocket launcher, 3 other normal rockets, and 1 incendiary. She's also carrying extra grenades just in case. We have no vehicles because we also have no garage. And here's the layout for our ship. This is the layout of our initial vessel. Let's go ahead and put these people into locations that I think they should be in. So, I want my shield to probably be up front. Our machine gunner can be behind her. We'll have our rifles in the back, I guess. Ballistic rifle, sniper rifle. Actually, let's do this. When we land, this is the position that our folks will be in. Okay, that should be good. And I think this is help. The Xenopedia. This will explain the research we've gotten, what we know so far about the aliens, etc., etc. I guess... Well, I'm not going to read it here. I'll read every single research and all the in-game lore that we pick up. I might read one of these per video as well. Actually, that sounds like a good idea, but we've already talked a good deal in this video, so no more in this one. So we're actually done. There's nothing else to do now but wait for the aliens to show up. We could purchase another aircraft and or begin working on another base. If I was to build another base, how much is it? $500,000? I think we'll wait till the next video to begin constructing a base. Because I think, yeah, I want to wait until near the end of the month. I can't remember if placing the base down before it's constructed impacts your income right away, so I'll have to read up on that really quick. Basically, we can afford to wait a few days until I get some feedback. or hopefully it's not too much of a big mistake before we begin building the second base, because I would like the base to be constructed just at the turn of the month if it doesn't contribute to our monthly costs. That way we can begin construction on it without having to pay its upkeep. Alright, so we are now just waiting for UFO to show up. Let's begin accelerating time. And we got a UFO. Holy crap, it's right near Chimera. Not even a full day has gone by. Only 1 hour has gone by, actually. We will immediately try intercepting it with our 2 condors. And our condors should go here. So, in the game, your UFOs like making a beeline always straight to the target. I like trying to intercept them by flying them in front of the target, which will increase the chance of us getting it. Oh, we actually intercepted it. Okay. It is a small aircraft. This is what it looks like. And we've got a 100% chance of victory with auto-resolve. If I was to do this battle, I would lose both my condors because I suck at the actual combat itself. We will auto-resolve. Bam. Shot it down. So aircraft have almost all of their fuel. Use a little bit of ammo. They will return to the base. Actually, we should look at the condors too. I don't think we looked at them. Our condors are actually a pretty decent little starting vessel with an autocannon and 2 missiles allowed. They are not armed with any, what they call torpedoes or rockets. Their missiles are light. They're very useful in shooting down any enemy light aircraft, basically the equivalent of our fighters, but they will not be good enough when it comes to shooting down larger enemy aircraft that we'll be discovering later on. We need better types of aircraft for that. Alright, well, it's shot down. Here it is. Let's go ahead and intercept it. Now, we can airstrike it, in which case we don't do the mission, and we just get $15,000. But we want to go here to see these aliens. But is it night outside? It's night. We don't want to do a night mission, so we're not gonna. We're gonna wait until it's daylight. We have some time before this mission fades. I think like around maybe a day, tops. Over here, by the way, notice that North Africa's predicted change is going to be up $16,000 because we shot down an aircraft over their airspace. Fishermen report marine dead zone. Thousands of dead sea creatures observed. Here, so there was an alien UFO over there doing something. Alien activity reported near Ulaanbaatar, Soviet Union. Local forces report 16 killed and 12 presumed abducted. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Daylight. Okay, we can now intercept here. Night missions are very dangerous. You do not want to do a night mission unless you absolutely must. Alright, Charlie 1. It'll take you 31 minutes to get there. Let's begin the mission. It's been so long since I've seen this screen. The objective of this mission is to secure the UFO, which will contain artifacts to research or alien materials that you can use to build advanced technology. Other alien items recovered from the battlefield will automatically be sold, granting you additional funding. The simplest way to win this mission is to eliminate all the alien units on the map. This will automatically end the mission and recover all alien artifacts from the battlefield. However, you can also win the mission by killing all the aliens inside the UFO and then holding it with at least one soldier for 5 turns. If the UFO has been shot down, a number of crew are likely to have died on impact, and some of the recoverable items may have exploded or been destroyed. A landed UFO will contain more recoverable items, but will also contain more aliens. Remember to use smoke, suppression, or shields to reduce the amount of reaction fire your soldiers take when they assault the UFO. Generally, I find that like half of the... Oops, it's been so long. Oh, I'm already making mistakes. How do I... Okay, it's the arrow keys. Okay. Whew, my goodness, I'm nervous. All right, so the first thing we want to do is check the sides. The building right next to us there. A building here. I don't see any open doors, which is good. Aliens could be anywhere. They could be right inside this building staring at us. There's probably only like 3 from this small UFO, maybe 5 tops, that are alive. Let's move out Simona Clavora. The light darkened area are areas that we have seen, but we don't have current vision to. The dark areas are places we haven't even been in yet. I'm tempted to go up to this door and peek inside of it. As we can another step forward. Peek down this way. No alien. No alien. Oh, that was a mistake. See, I hate misclicking. Oh, stop with the door already, please. I should save the game as well, really quick. A big problem I had with the game was always with the doors. So many misclicks. We can't, I don't think we can get in there. Yeah, we can't get in there now because our shield is unfortunately there. We have no idea if there's anything behind her. Hopefully there isn't. Let's move you out, Corporal. Maybe to the window. It's going to be all your movement to get there. Let's have Dolph move up a bit. I want to know if there's any alien around us. Windows can be big trouble. Aliens love shooting you through them. We'll keep you there right now. Let's have our sniper. Can we get on that roof, I wonder? Or at least on the 3rd floor and have you cover us? An alien could walk up to this 3rd floor window, look down, and shoot at us from above as well. So if there's an alien in there, we're going to take a hit. Oh, you don't have the resources to cross the street that way. We'll cross the street this way then. Our rocket can run up. Face this way. Captain Polsky. Let's, no. Let's run Ronald into the building from this side. I at least need to make sure there's no alien inside here. Okay, I don't see anything. Let's pop you into the building. And like that, we'll take a look at that door. If it opens and you're killed, I'm so sorry for that misclick. Boris, let's get you over here. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff down here I haven't explained, have I? So, down here, I can click on this to ensure that if I move him forward, I hold enough TUs left over so he has a chance to make a burst fire attack when his turn comes up. What is this? Is this burst fire? Oh, I guess so? Yeah, so this is burst fire. Actually, I'm not familiar with this button. I don't remember this. Single fire or burst fire, I guess. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, how about that? What else have we got? You're currently equipped, how many grenades you have in your grenade slots. Your quick reload button. This will let you crouch. You're harder to hit if you're crouched. You also have a higher accuracy when you're crouched. This hides roofs, so just in case I don't want to see them. I like leaving them on, and this hides all terrain, just as a heads up. Alright, so Remy, I need to check back here. I don't see anything. Aliens, too, can leap out of windows and such, so we're going to have to be careful. I don't want you going that way without cover, but I need more assistance down this way. Let's have you check inside this place, Corporal. We'll actually crouch you. Alright, let's see who dies. Mission successful. What? There was no aliens even alive? Every single alien was killed. Or were there no aliens? No aliens were killed. We didn't lose a single Xenonaut. We didn't lose a single vehicle. Seblian Guard Corps, Seblian Non-Combatant Corps, Alien Plasma Pistol, Light Data Core. How many? There were 3. 3 guards. Oh, there were 4 guards and 1 non-combatant. Well, that was disappointing. We didn't get to see any combat whatsoever. Alright, let's go to the research screen. So we're still researching the alien invasion. I'm going to let that continue, and then we'll put our scientists on a different project afterwards. Okay, so, well, you know, that seems like a good place to stop. Because at least let you guys know I'm recording this game. If you want in as one of the starting troops, let me know. And I will see you guys then. How's that? Yes. Let's call it the end of the episode. First mission successful. That was the easiest mission I have ever done in this game, and likely to be the only one of such ease that we do. I will see you guys in the next one of these. Take care, everybody, and thanks for watching this one.